Very tough loss. Yesterday when you look at it, like I said after the game, we weren't able to make any impact plays really in all three phases to give us some momentum, to put a little pressure on them. They're very talented. They played extremely well. The challenge now is for us to put that behind us. Normally the Iron Bowl means the season's over and you're thinking about either the SEC championship or your bowl game. So unique year, and we got Texas A&M. We've got to put yesterday's game behind us and get focused on Texas A&M. Extremely talented team, playing very well. I think they're a number 5 team or something like that in the country right now. So really our goals now is to try to go 7-3. In this 10-game SEC schedule. We had a brief practice tonight, and we'll need to have a very good week of practice and get ready for Texas A&M. Questions?
Jason Caldwell.
Gus, I guess first, how did the Tank and Broderius come out of yesterday? And I guess DJ, gets banged up, and what's kind of the injury situation looking like for you guys?
Yeah, DJ got banged up, I think, in the first quarter with an ankle, and I'm not for sure the status. He didn't practice tonight. Tank and Broderius, we'll see. It's a very similar situation it was last week. Didn't do much tonight, and we'll see how they progress. Overall.
Any thoughts about KJ? Any opportunity for him maybe this week?
I'll give you an update later on too. Like I said, he hadn't been cleared yet, so as soon as he does, I'll definitely let you know.
Ryan Hennessy.
Coach, last year we talked about the adversity you guys had with your schedule. You talked clearly about one of the toughest, Georgia, Oregon, Florida. Now you had Alabama 1 going into number 5. Now, does that help that you've kind of been through this and your team's seen adversity like this with really tough teams, top 10 teams?
I said this at the first of the year, that the 10-game SEC schedule, at least it won't be a shock to us. The challenge is this late in the season, you just got to go to the next game. Like I said, it was a tough loss against a very good team. Yesterday we got to put that behind us and get ready for Texas A&M. And so that's what we're going to do. And I really believe our guys will be ready to go.
Jordan Hill.
I just want to ask about what you saw from Bo late in that game. Despite the score, he led some promising drives. Obviously, that touchdown drive late. Just how he sort of handled the situation there in the game.
Yeah, I told our team I'm real proud of the way they continued to battle and continued to fight until the end in a very tough situation. And of course, our quarterback did a good job with that also. And like I said, we got a score late. Would have liked to get one more, but there's no quit, and there's no quit in our quarterback either.
Steve Moulton.
Coach, from post-game really to today's practice, what kind of bounce back have you seen from the guys today?
Yeah, that's a rival game. That's a tough one, and we didn't play very well. And we were going in there expecting to win, and like I said, we never even got momentum to even feel that getting close enough to put a little pressure on them. And but here's the deal. Like I said, it's a unique year. We got to put that behind us. I really believe our leadership on our team will do that. They came out ready to practice, even though it was a short one. They came out ready to practice today, and they understand that Texas A&M is a very, very talented team, very good team. Apparently, one of the best teams in the country. So we're playing at home. It'll be senior day and all that. Last game for our seniors. That's always very big, very important. I think we've been pretty good on that day in the past, and we'll need to do the same thing Saturday.
Well, what areas do you need to see the biggest improvement from last Saturday to this upcoming Saturday, Coach?
Well, I think really in all three phases, just making impact plays and just playing better football. That's going to be the name of the game.
Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Gus, Bo had played 3 really good games coming into that one, struggled some. His stats weren't quite as good yesterday. Was that more of Alabama or anything you saw differently out of him or the offense?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. When we're able to run the football effectively, we were having a little trouble early on running the football, and we had some new tackles in there too. I just think it's a combination, but he competed. Like I said, he kept fighting until the end, but you got to give them credit. They played very good defensively, I felt like, and did a good job.
Tom Green.
Gus. Mark Anthony seemed to have some success there in the fourth quarter with the run game. Just what did you see from him in his first extended action?
I was real proud of Mark. He came in there. You can see he has some missability. He can break tackles. That was good to get his feet wet and get him some experience there because, our running back room is banged up right now. I think everybody knows that. So, but it's really a great opportunity for him. Talked to him about that after practice. But I thought he did a very good job in that fourth quarter.
And if Tank and DJ, are still battling those injuries, do you feel confident that Mark could be that complimentary piece to Sean next week?
Yeah, we got a lot of confidence in Mark. I see he's battled some injuries and some things like that this year, but I think he's healthy now. And like I told him, he's got to seize the moment. He's a very talented young man.
Josh Vitale.
Hey guys, I know you say every season is different and you're focused on one game at a time, but when Auburn hasn't won in Tuscaloosa since 2010, hasn't beaten Georgia and LSU on the road and longer than that, did those numbers cross your mind when you go into those games?
No. Every game is different. And, you're expecting to win, and we've done a solid job at home. But when you're playing with some of the best teams in the country on the road, you got to play good football, and you got to make plays, and you got to have a clean game. We didn't do that yesterday.
Got a follow-up from Jordan Hill.
As you talked about Mark Anthony, and I saw Kobe Hudson had some plays yesterday. Just how valuable are the next two games for some of those younger guys and what they can show you guys going forward?
Yeah, I think, you're looking at depth, and like I said, I think I said this last week, but the freshmen are no longer freshmen. They've had 6 weeks of fall camp. We're going into game 9 in the SEC, so they know what to expect, I feel like, and you can see that we played quite a few of our freshmen this year.
Steve Moulton.
From a recruiting standpoint, Coach, how different is this month in particular compared to an average year?
Yeah, it's not even close. This is the year that official visits and everything that goes with it coming down to the end. And, we've not had people on campus since February. And so it's completely different. Doing a lot of things, on the phone and FaceTime and all that. So it's a different day.
Got 2 more.
I'm sorry. At what point do you start having conversations with your seniors, the fact that they could come back if they wanted to come back?
Yeah, we'll start those conversations here in the near future.
Time for 2 more. First one's from Brian Matthews.
Hi guys, thanks for speaking to us. When you look back at the game last night, do you feel like there are opportunities for you guys to be more aggressive, especially going on the road playing the number 1 team?
There was probably a handful of times that you could, and I guess if you're talking about the 4th down and 3, we were down 14-0. Looking back, I just felt real strong that we need to put points on the board early in the game. You don't know how the game's going to unfold, and so that would be one opportunity. The 4th and 13, that's a tough call right there at that point, but. We didn't give ourselves opportunities to be real aggressive, to be honest with you. We gotta do a better job.
Last question is from Justin Ferguson.
I guess when you watch back the film back, especially with the injuries at tackle, how do you think that Austin and Brendan did stepping in there in that spot?
I think they competed. They competed extremely hard. I think that experience and the experience they're getting is really going to help them this week and the next week. So there's nothing like experience, and both those guys hadn't had a lot. Trox has had some in the past, and but there's nothing like getting out there. And so they both competed extremely hard, and we'll need those guys ready this week.